The clock finally struck 0, and red and gold confetti began falling from the ceiling of Allegiant Stadium. More than 60,000 fans erupted into celebration as Patrick Mahomes stood at the center of football's biggest stage, moments away from lifting another Lombardi trophy. It was his third Super Bowl championship, another Super Bowl MVP, and yet another chapter in a career that already seemed destined for immortality. To millions watching around the world, it looked inevitable, as if Patrick Mahomes had always been football's chosen superstar. But championships never tell the whole story. They don't reveal the years of doubt, the criticism, the sacrifices, or the countless moments when everything could have unfolded differently. Before the impossible throws, the unforgettable comebacks, and the championship parades, there was simply a young athlete trying to prove he belonged. This is not just the story of one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation. It's the story of how relentless belief, fearless creativity, and unwavering determination transformed Patrick Mahomes into the face of the National Football League. If you enjoy documentaries that uncover the untold stories behind the world's greatest athletes, subscribe to The Legend Uncovered. Every week we dive beyond the highlights to reveal the struggles, decisions, and defining moments that shaped sports legends. Patrick Lavon Mahomes II was born on September 17, 1995, in Tyler, Texas, into a family where sports were more than a pastime, they were a way of life. His father, Pat Mahomes Sr., spent 11 seasons as a Major League Baseball pitcher, meaning Patrick grew up surrounded by professional athletes, locker rooms, stadiums, and the daily realities of elite competition. While most children dreamed about meeting professional players, Patrick watched them prepare, train, and handle both victory and failure from an unusually close perspective. Those early experiences quietly taught him lessons that would later define his own career. He learned that talent could earn opportunities, but discipline, resilience, and consistency were what separated good athletes from true champion. Patrick Mahomes arrived at Texas Tech, carrying the expectations of a talented recruit. But few could have predicted how quickly he would become one of the most exciting players in college football. In an offense built around aggressive passing, Mahomes showcased a rare combination of arm strength, creativity, and fearlessness. He could throw accurately from different arm angles, escape defenders with remarkable composure, and turn broken plays into spectacular highlights. Week after week, his numbers climbed, and so did his reputation. During his 3 seasons at Texas Tech, he threw for more than 11,000 passing yards and 93 touchdown passes, while also contributing with his legs. One of his most unforgettable performances came in 2016 against the University of Oklahoma, when he passed for 734 yards and accounted for an NCAA record 819 yards of total offense in a thrilling shootout. Although Texas Tech lost the game, NFL scouts couldn't ignore what they had witnessed. Mahomes possessed a level of improvisation rarely seen at the quarterback position. Yet admiration came with skepticism. Many scouts questioned whether his aggressive style would succeed in the NFL. Critics argued that he relied too much on his natural talent, attempted risky throws, and played in a college offense that didn't always translate well to the professional game. Some believed he needed years of development before becoming an NFL starter, while others doubted whether he would ever become an elite quarterback at all. For Mahomes, those doubts became motivation rather than discouragement. Instead of changing who he was, he focused on refining his decision-making while preserving the creativity that made him unique. As the 2017 NFL draft approached, teams across the league debated where Mahomes should be selected. Most analysts expected quarterbacks like Mitchell Trubisky and Deshaun Watson to hear their names called before him. Then came one of the boldest decisions in recent NFL history. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by head coach Andy Reid and general manager Brett Veach, believed they had found a once-in-a-generation talent. Determined not to lose him, Kansas City traded up to the 10th overall pick and selected Patrick Mahomes. At the time, many experts considered the move a gamble. Mahomes had extraordinary talent, but he was viewed as a raw prospect who needed patience and guidance before he could lead an NFL franchise. Fortunately for Mahomes, he entered the perfect environment. Instead of being forced onto the field immediately, he had the opportunity to learn behind veteran quarterback Alex Smith, one of the league's most respected professionals. Throughout his rookie season, Mahomes embraced the role of student. He spent countless hours studying film, learning Andy Reid's complex offensive system, and observing how Smith prepared for every game. Although he appeared in just one regular season game during the 2017 season, that year proved invaluable. Rather than rushing his development, the Chiefs allowed their future superstar to grow without the pressure of immediate expectations. Behind the scenes, coaches were witnessing something extraordinary. Every practice revealed flashes of brilliance. Mahomes made throws that seemed impossible, extending plays that appeared dead, and delivering passes from angles few quarterbacks would even attempt. His teammates quickly realized they were watching a special talent emerge. The excitement inside the organization continued to grow, even if the rest of the football world had yet to see it. When the 2017 season ended, the Chiefs made a franchise-changing decision. They traded Alex Smith to the Washington Redskins, officially handing the offense to Patrick Mahomes. It was a move that carried enormous risk. Mahomes had started only one NFL game, and now he was expected to lead a team with championship aspirations. Some questioned whether Kansas City had acted too soon. Others believed the pressure might overwhelm such an inexperienced quarterback. Mahomes, however, viewed the opportunity differently. For years, he had prepared for this moment. Now, he finally had the chance to prove that the confidence Andy Reid and the Chiefs had placed in him was justified. No one, not fans, not analysts, and perhaps not even the Chiefs themselves, could have imagined what would happen next. Patrick Mahomes wasn't simply about to become the starting quarterback for Kansas City. He was about to change the way the quarterback position was played forever. The 2018 NFL season began with curiosity surrounding Patrick Mahomes. He had spent an entire year learning behind Alex Smith, but very few people expected what was about to unfold. In his first game as the Chiefs' full-time starting quarterback, Mahomes threw 4 touchdown passes against the Los Angeles Chargers, immediately announcing that Kansas City had found something special. It wasn't just the touchdowns that captured attention, it was the way he played. Sidearm throws, deep passes delivered with effortless power, and an ability to create opportunities when every play seemed to have broken down, made him unlike any quarterback the league had seen in years. As the season progressed, Mahomes transformed from an exciting young player into the biggest story in the NFL. Defenses tried everything to slow him down, but he consistently found new ways to win. His chemistry with explosive playmakers like Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce turned the Chiefs' offense into one of the most dangerous units in football. Every week seemed to produce another unforgettable highlight, another impossible throw, and another reminder that Mahomes was redefining what the quarterback position could look like. By the end of the regular season, he had thrown for over 5,000 yards and 50 touchdown passes, becoming only the second quarterback in NFL history at the time to reach both milestones in a single season. At just 23 years old, Patrick Mahomes was named the NFL's most valuable player, completing one of the greatest first seasons by a starting quarterback in league history. Yet football has a way of testing greatness when the stakes are highest. After leading Kansas City to the AFC Championship game, Mahomes found himself one victory away from reaching his first Super Bowl. Standing in his path was the legendary New England Patriots, led by 6-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady. The game became an instant classic. Mahomes rallied the Chiefs late in the fourth quarter, giving fans hope that a new era had arrived. But after the Patriots forced overtime and won the coin toss, Kansas City's offense never touched the football again. Brady methodically drove his team down the field, ending the game with a touchdown and sending New England to another Super Bowl. Mahomes walked off the field devastated. His remarkable season had ended just short of football's biggest stage. For many young quarterbacks, such a heartbreaking defeat could have become a lasting scar. Instead, it became fuel. Throughout the offseason, Mahomes spoke openly about learning from the loss and using it as motivation. He understood that individual awards meant little if they didn't lead to championships. His focus shifted from personal success to bringing a Super Bowl back to Kansas City for the first time in 50 years. The 2019 season tested that determination almost immediately. Mahomes suffered a dislocated kneecap during a game against the Denver Broncos, an injury that left fans fearing his season might be over. Although he returned sooner than many expected, questions remained about whether he could regain his explosive form before the playoffs. Mahomes refused to let the injury define his season. Instead, he guided the Chiefs back to the postseason, where the greatest challenge of his young career awaited. The playoffs became a showcase of resilience, unlike anything Kansas City fans had ever witnessed. In the divisional round against the Houston Texans, the Chiefs fell behind 24-0 early in the second quarter. The situation appeared hopeless. Television commentators questioned whether Kansas City's season was about to end in stunning fashion. Then Mahomes delivered one of the greatest comebacks in NFL playoff history. With remarkable poise, he led the Chiefs to 41 unanswered points, throwing 5 touchdown passes and turning certain defeat into an unforgettable victory. The comeback wasn't just about talent, it revealed the calm leadership and unwavering confidence that separated Mahomes from so many other quarterbacks. 1 week later, Kansas City defeated the Tennessee Titans to win the AFC Championship and earn its first Super Bowl appearance in 50 years. Mahomes had delivered on his promise. But an even greater challenge awaited him in Super Bowl LIV against the San Francisco 49ers. Few people knew that the defining moment of Patrick Mahomes' career was only minutes away. Super Bowl LIV wasn't unfolding the way Patrick Mahomes had imagined. For most of the night, the San Francisco 49ers defense kept Kansas City's explosive offense under control. As the fourth quarter began, the Chiefs trailed by 10 points with just over 7 minutes remaining. On the biggest stage in football, against one of the league's best defenses, time was running out. Critics who had questioned whether Mahomes could deliver under the greatest pressure were waiting for the final whistle. It seemed as though Kansas City's magical season was about to end in disappointment. But the greatest players have a unique ability to remain calm when everything around them feels chaotic. Standing in the huddle, Mahomes reminded his teammates that the game was far from over. On a crucial 3rd and 15 play, he launched a deep pass to Tyreek Hill that reignited the Chiefs' offense and shifted the momentum of the entire game. What followed became one of the most memorable finishes in Super Bowl history. Mahomes orchestrated 3 touchdown drives in the final minutes, turning a 10-point deficit into a 31-20 victory. 50 years after the franchise's previous championship, the Kansas City Chiefs were once again Super Bowl champions, and Patrick Mahomes was named Super Bowl MVP. At just 24 years old, he had accomplished what many quarterbacks spend an entire career chasing. The championship transformed Mahomes from a rising star into the face of the National Football League. Before the 2020 season, the Chiefs rewarded him with a historic 10-year contract extension worth up to $503 million, the largest contract in North American professional sports at the time. The deal reflected not only his extraordinary talent, but also the organization's belief that he could lead the franchise for the next decade. Expectations immediately reached another level. Winning one championship was impressive, but sustaining greatness would prove to be an even greater challenge. Kansas City returned to the Super Bowl the following season, but football has a way of reminding